Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Ann. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that you are having the most amazing day today. All right, so question. How do we make friends with the problems in our lives? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, of course, this is not the traditional friendship. Or is it? Friendships are good ones anyway. They challenge us, right? They help us grow and we become better. And sometimes, of course, we have our ups and downs and our spontaneous times, and things are happening, then maybe not so much. Life can be a little roller coaster sometimes. And, many things can feel pretty random. Like, why did that happen? Or that's so weird. You know what I mean? But we have to remember that our friend Jesus, who is always watching us, is sovereign over all, right? He is our friend. He is here to make us better, to push us forward a little bit, to love on us, but yes, like to grow us, right? That's a good friend. So, and sometimes he gives us those challenges. And so he wants us to make friends with those problems, right? Okay. And we know that because he is God, he can do all things. Anything that we go through, he can fit it into a pattern for good, but only to the extent that we trust him, right? Like, we have to trust that he is God. He knows what he's doing, and that he's going to bring us through whatever situation, challenge, test, or trial that he may take us through. All of our problems can teach us something, transforming us into the masterpiece that God has created us to be. Because Romans 8:28 says, and this is a very popular scripture, right? And we know that God causes all things to work together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose for them. And of course, this verse simply means that no matter what our circumstances are, no matter what the enemy may bring up against us, what the enemy meant for evil, God is working it out for our good. I was about to sing that song. What the enemy meant for evil, God is working it out for our good. And so God can turn anything into good, even the pain and suffering that, even the pain and suffering that we go through in this life. Nothing is wasted. How many people have went through things, whether it be mental health or, a death, or, in their family of a loved one or something, and that has been turned around and, been made into a beautiful ministry or a nonprofit, or, just something that helps other people through the pain that they may be suffering, or try to prevent, there are preventative measures that, some of these organizations do to help people not experience the same pain. But either way, there's support. There's something beautiful that comes from sometimes pain and suffering. So, and again, if we trust him to do that, then nothing will be wasted. We have to trust him and not react with defiance and, I don't believe that, this can happen, or we just kind of lean more toward despair than hope. So it's totally up to us. We can not let it be a stumbling block for us, right? And 1 Corinthians for chapter 1, verses 23 to 24, it says, and this passage is titled like the wisdom of God. So I have the Bible where it has certain headings, and this passage is called the wisdom of God, because we know the wisdom of God is like anything that we could ever fathom, right? Because he has an eternal view. And so it says, it is So when we preach that Christ was crucified, the Jews are offended and the Gentiles say it's all nonsense. But to those called by salvation, by God to salvation, both Jews and Gentiles, Christ is the power of God and the wisdom of God. I'm going to read 25. It says, the foolish plan of God is wiser than the wisest of human plans. What we think we should know and go through and prepare. I wanted to prepare myself for, my future marriage, the different things that I wanted. And I was like, oh, I'll just go to therapy. I'll do this, I'll do that. But God had a totally different plan. But it was what I needed to grow into that role for whenever he brings me to that, right? And someone reminded me the other day, it was like, sometimes the things that we go through, as a person, may be the solution, right? That our husbands needs, our future husbands, or wherever we're going, wherever God is taking us, we are the solution, right? Because we've already been through the things and the challenges that we've needed to go through to grow. So, and God's weakness is stronger than the greatest of human strength. So any way we look at it, he is all powerful, right? So we have to trust him and not let distrust and defiance be a stumbling block. Like I said, it's totally up to us, right? He gives us free will. He gives us free will to make besties with our problems or not. But I would suggest you make besties with your problems and thank God for them. Thank him for them now, because he's always trying to, as a friend, give us challenges and he wants to take us somewhere, and we can't stay stagnant. We can't stay stagnant as a Christian, as a wife, as a mom, as a business owner, whatever God, desires for us, we have to be growing every single day or all the time. And so, that simple act can just really, help you of believing God and trusting in him will really help you rise above whatever circumstance you're going through. I call them stepping stones. You can even give them nicknames. I call them stepping stones because, they're helping me grow. Okay, I'm going to step, on this one. All right, I'm going to continue to go higher in my faith and in my trust. And that's something that we all work on every single day, right? We ask God to help us with whatever we need, and he will. And sometimes it makes it become more familiar. So instead of dreading our problems, we are friends with them. We're familiar with them. Okay, this is a challenge. Okay, this is a stepping stone. How do I get over this hurdle and then, get to the get to my next level? What level is this going to take me? What lesson, can I learn from this so that I can grow? And then, of course, although he's an all-knowing God, bring it to God's attention. Talk to him about it. He just simply wants us to talk to him about everything, pretty much. But sometimes I can get so in my head that I'm not, but I try to make it a point to, thank him throughout the day. Like, Lord, what do you think? Like, Lord, can you help me with this? Sometimes I'm in my car. Sometimes I'm in my room. Or I might be at the gym and mumble at my breath like, Lord, I need help, getting through this workout because really I want to be at McDonald's eating French fries. So we need his help. So talk to him about it and just allow, his presence, right? To just allow yourself to have peace and be peaceful, be at peace in his presence, which is always with us because he never leaves us nor forsakes us. He's always holding us by our right hand and guiding us and leading us to where we have to go. I know the road. You might like, hey, God, like you were supposed to take a left right there, and he took you right. But because he is sovereign, because he knows, because of his infinite wisdom, we have to trust his plan and not let it be a stumbling block. So this doesn't mean that, you know, he will come in and remove the problem all the time, right? When we talk to him about it and stuff like that. I know that's what we want. Like, okay, oof, God, thank you for taking that off my hand. Because if we didn't have those challenges, you know, how would we know how God could show up for us in such a major way? Or, you know, how would we grow if he never, you know, just kind of nudged us a little bit, just like a friend does, right? They help us grow. They challenge us. You know, I don't know if we all have that like one friend who will tell us the truth, but it's the truth that we need to hear, because you don't want to be going out somewhere like, girl, does this look good? And you're like, yeah, girl, like that looks good, but it really, you know, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, right? We want, if, you know, for a true friend, we want our friends to look their best, feel their best, think good things, be in a good place, all of that. So we want that, right? So also resting in his sovereignty, right? Ruler of the world, he created it. He has an eternal view of everything, every conversation, every person, everything. So he knows what we need. He knows how to bring good out of everything. Even our craziest moments, I know. So relax in his sovereignty. Relax in his beautiful presence, his everlasting arms, which is where he wants us. Okay, that is all that I have for you today. Make friends with your problems. They will grow us. That's it. All right. So I pray that you have I pray that you have an amazing day or night, whatever time you're watching this video. And until next time, bye.